back on the synchro motoring channel. We have a fresh coffee, a cool mug, and this is our 73 Beetle we're restoring. On today's episode, got your nose. New front nose clip, and we're gonna go ahead and match it up to the 73 Beetle by cutting out the front area here. We're gonna take some measurements first, ensure everything's gonna work out, and we'll show you the process. Placing the nose on the car is happening because of all of that rust. You can see that somebody's layered up some body filler in here as well. So instead of dealing with that and cutting and patching, we went ahead and ordered the full front nose for the car. In order to replace this, we're gonna have to take some measurements from some crucial spots. You can see that where the latch goes in, we have these holes here which we can use because they'll be referenced on this old piece. So the holes are here, the holes are there. Take a measurement from here to the firewall area. We might use these threaded holes, which are gonna stay on both ends, just to triangulate this thing in order to make sure that this is in the exact same position as the one that's existing. We're gonna have to make the cut somewhere here. And if we look down at the new piece, you can see it has these rails built in. Therefore, we're gonna have to drill out the spot welds all throughout and remove the existing rail and also the spot welds behind this piece that attaches to the upper firewall, and peel it up because this channel sits behind it. So we'll go ahead and do that, but first step is going to be taking as many measurements as we can, and then we'll draw out a temporary rough cut line. We'll cut it there just to remove the bulk of the material. Go ahead and test fit the new piece in various times and trim it back to the point where it fits nicely. Fresh Milwaukee Sharpie. So it turns out after taking a bunch of measurements, the width across from here to there doesn't match on the new piece. So it looks like from this seam here, where the front was welded on, mating up against these rails here, as you can see on the factory one, the front part, I believe this is called the front apron, where it's been welded to this rail section. This measurement across is correct to the new piece. However, as soon as we come forward from that, these radiuses are not the same and will not match the actual car. Lucky for us, this metal is still solid. So all we need to do is cut it along the seam across, and we're going to be replacing this part of it as well. So we're going to go ahead and drill out these spot welds here and here. We're going to peel this up, same thing on this side. We're going to attempt to cut it somewhere along here and then horizontally, and we'll remove the center section as well. And then we're going to have to butt weld the new piece to the old piece, and we'll definitely try to cut it in the exact same spot so we don't have to overlay any metal here and make it work. Just like that, she's off. So right where it was spot welded, you can see now we have the bare rail. And the idea here is that the rail is actually going to overlap the existing rail in the car. So it's going to add some reinforcement to the front end, rather than just drilling the spot welds out on that and then removing that piece, because I'm going to lose all the structure in these inner fenders. So if I lay it on top, add structure, become stronger than original, and I'll retain the position of everything, so it's not all flopping in the wind. Works out for me. I like the idea. We're obviously going to wire wheel and treat all this metal first before we overlay it though. Let's go ahead, repeat it on that side, and then we'll test fit the piece. Here with the rear apron, we have a new one because of all this rust. We have this patch panel here. We have the shelves on the inside. right there. You can see the rust coming through. And we also have that crossover bit, the rear firewall, the rear lower firewall. So both sides are going to get replaced, the front piece, the sides, and then the rear apron itself on the back. So here on the back, we're going to be installing riv nuts most likely in order to secure the rear apron. That way it's going to be completely removable instead of having the spot welds, and we can remove the apron to remove the engine, and then any sort of engine work or engine bay work is going to be way easier going forward. We since ground all of the paint from the lip there. At the end of the day, we're going to fit this in there. It's going to fit. We're going to tack weld it all up, and then we'll hammer out the edges and stuff and make it form nicely to what's in there. Alright, so here we can see I have it all clamped up in the corners. I'm ready to tack weld the top part of it. At this point, the firewall is all tacked in. We've removed all the clamps. Since the last clip, we've hit it with some solvent, wiped it down with a tack-free cloth, and then we hit it with some self-etch primer. Before we end this video, I just wanted to touch base. We did start hitting it with some seam sealer on all the weld joints. This is just going to be painted right over on the body side. That joint right there, for example, we'll do body filler work and smooth it out, as well as the front nose. When you see the firewall joint there, that's all seam sealered. The sides here, that's all seam sealered. Now that we have a rust-free body, all that's left is paint the bottom half of this thing in yellow, of course. We're gonna put that body gasket down on the chassis, take the body, put it on the chassis, and we're gonna move on to the good stuff, which is like the body prep for paint, and then rebuild that engine and make some extra power. I look forward to the next stuff coming. Still gotta rewire this car. We gotta plumb this car for the air suspension. Lots of stuff to come. This thing is